And look at that piece of equipment we got on the lanes here at Age of Rose Bowl. It's the championship match of the John Reese Memorial Scratch Tournament. And there, we'll look at our committee, headed up by George Morgan, Chris Riga, Dave and Donna Bergenstock, Renee Guerin, Pat Polash, and Kyle Morgan. The aforementioned crew. They do a great job, Pat, and you're on the committee, so thanks. Coming here early in the morning, spending the day here.
To me, this is fun stuff. I enjoy running tournaments and just being around the game, trying to get back a little bit. I have a good time with it. It's a lot of fun. It's always great when you have a good group of people to work with.
So it is Jason Statler from Lafayette, New Jersey, 41 years old, 847.
Get a red key pushed up here.
Got to get somebody ready to go. We may have to send our guy back out of the booth, and he'll get everything set up again. We'll talk about our sponsors, the new ones, Wirtz Cafe, Reliable Auto Body, the Morgan family, Hager Rose Bowl, Hager Lounge, and Terry White Amusement, along with Bowler X, Gebhardt Bowling and Billiards, and Family's Pro Shopping. Wow, that baby jumps through. Not how you want to kick off the game with a red 6 count.
No, definitely not. Again, hindsight's 2020. I don't know if maybe I didn't really get a good look at that shot there, but I wonder if Scott's trying to maybe overthink himself a little bit here. Go and cover 2.
Oh, picks up 1, so he'll start the first frame out with a 7 count. And an interesting split at that. And to go over our last cashier, so Scott Santos and Mike Marks finished tie for 20th and 21st. Josh Amistadi, 22nd. Andrew Delikowski, the 2019 champ, 23rd. And Tad Jones grabbed the last.
First look here at Jason Statler. Good shot.
That looks solid.
Okay, now Jason's doing a little bit different here than what our previous 3 right-handers have done. He's using a ball with a little, looks to be a little bit more surface there, trying to smooth out his ball motion a little bit.
And as we think about smoothing out ball motion, and Jason Statler gets set to go, players out there, Pat, a little advice. How often should you get your ball resurfaced during the season?
It really depends on where you're bowling at. Most of the times anymore. Good shot there. Jason's actually pretty far left. I didn't think he'd be that far in, but he's throwing the ball very well in there. You can see he's 22,
deep.
23. Yeah, he's deep. He can play a lot of different angles. I haven't seen him play that deep, especially on the fresh right. Well, it's really not fresh anymore. We've got a couple games bowled on it, but 2 good shots there. Now, again, Scott's now back to the ball that he was throwing on this lane before the 10th frame of last game. And that one's a little bit high there.
Leaves a 7-pin. Also, want to remind our viewers, the 2 sports crew, they're going to be out there. Basketball games, district, state tournaments, all coming your way. Just leave it on 2 Sports, and you'll be able to follow all the local teams. And here comes Scott and Pat with the double, obviously a must spare here. Now this is where the discussion always comes. You know, you have Jason Statler. He's been kind of resting, so he's just going to come out here and bowl 1 game.
Yeah, I don't think the whole resting aspect or
Works.
being tired or anything like that really holds much. Don't get me wrong. There's some to that. Both these players have bowled
All day.
all day. They both bowled 10 games to get to the finals. An extra 2 games at this point, being 12 versus 10, it's really not going to make that much of a difference. It'd be different if we were in like the Masters situation where you may have had to win 4 or 5 matches out of the loser's bracket where you're bowling 15, 18 games just to get to the telecast, where the other gentleman won maybe 6. That's a good shot there. You can see how it held pocket. Maybe he's made a little bit of adjustment, got a little bit deeper. Let's see here. Yep, he's actually almost on top of where Jason's line was on that lane.
Jason Statler, a good day, 226, 237, 219, 258, 224, and 206. And credit to the committee. nice steady shot you can play today and make the semifinals just 15 over.
No, there was a lot of players that were very complimentary of the lane condition. That kind of fell off of that shot a little bit there.
Didn't like it right off the hand.
Um,
And he leaves the 3-6-10.
yeah, that was way inside of where his intended target was.
And let's toss the 9 in there for good measure.
Yeah.
3-6-9-10 spare on lane 4.
The key here is obviously going to get to that 9 pin. There's two methods of shooting this. Most people will try to curve it into it a little bit like Jason just did there, trying to curve into that 9 pin. A newer age or a newer way of shooting those is people will pull out a plastic ball and just go hard and straight at that 3-6 and try to drive the entire mass of the pins all back. Whatever's most comfortable for you. I personally, I don't own a spare ball, so I'm always going to be trying to curve it in there.
You use the same and the
Yep.
same delivery.
Yep.
Here's Jason Statler over to lane 3. Needs to recover from
That's a little wide.
a washout, and he's going to pick up 7. So after 2 dandies,
Yeah,
kind of lost it a little bit.
maybe a little bit of an overcorrection there. You can see he's probably about 2 to 3 boards wide down lane. Again, we're on 43 feet of oil today. Obviously, tournament conditions a little bit more difficult than what you're bowling on every
League night.
league night. Well, let me paraphrase that. Should be a little bit more difficult than what you're bowling on, depending on where you're bowling.
That's correct.
There may be places that you bowl that are quite difficult to bowl on. Some of the clubs in our area
Yes.
are quite adventuresome during the evenings and such.
Here is Scott Kumpf.
Again, back to that ball. See if he can get back into the groove on that lane. That looks like a good shot.
Bounces back with the double. So he's going to tighten up the match. He will have
Yeah, he'll be
even a
down.
little bit of a lead should he triple.
That's correct. Currently he's down 6 pins. Can take a 4-pin lead here with a strike.
Lane 3, looking for 3 in a row. Started with 7 last game.
It's wide.
Oh, he was trying to, you could see the little, trying
Yeah.
to wave that in with his hand at the bottom of the delivery.
Yeah, he tried to help it around the corner.
Watch.
Yeah, he was wide. He was wide at the arrows of where he was on the previous shot on that lane.
Leaves the 1, 2, 4. 54 through 3. So the match for the championship tightens up.
And our players are competing for $3,200 in the first 2 spots. The winner will take home $2,000. Runner-up will take home $1,200. And again, without our sponsors, we definitely would not be able to pay those amounts of money.
And those sponsors are Bowler X Pro Shop, Gebhardt's Billiards and Bowling, Our Family's Pro Shop, the Morgan family, Hager Rose Bowl, Hager Lounge, and Terry White Amusement, Wirtz Cafe, and Reliable Auto Body. The 2 new
Ooh,
ones and goes
trips the
heavy, but
4
gets it to go
pin.
down.
Yeah, this should be a good replay. Let's focus in on that 4-pin. I think it's going to be the 2 that does the damage off the wall. Absolutely.
Good comeback.
A little
After
bit
the
of
double spares now can double.
Yep, little high. Good break. See if he can consolidate his lead. He's got a 9-pin lead at the moment. Looks to be a good shot there. Oh,
Ooh.
little flat 10.
Jumps out on the 10 pin. Jason Statler. He has won a PBA regional title in
won a
Fort Meade,
couple of
New Jersey. And his wife Holly there to watch him win that regional.
Switches balls for the spare, covers it.
Single
hold.
pin finished. It's got 103
Hold a 9-pin lead here.
through 5. Nice tight match for a championship. I know bowlers always want to see big scores, but sometimes it's nice to watch these close matches where, you know, maybe it is a spare that's going to be the difference maker.
Competitive matches is the key.
Yes.
Well bowled competitive matches versus poorly bowled bad matches or just runaway matches, or, you know, you can have a high scoring match and it's not very well bowled. That was a good shot there.
He leaves a 10. So both players in the 6th frame
Leave the 10
walk
pin.
away
Yep.
with 10 pins.
Yeah, this ball was a little bit wider down lane. Got back. It was a good shot. Maybe starting to get a little bit more transition.
Jason Statler with a 10-pin lead. A mere rack of pins.
Gotta make sure you don't lose focus here. It's kind of locked up a little bit there. He's missed a couple of 10 pins today. One left, one right.
Now, yeah, this is where you get difficult, where you have to press yourself almost into needing the strike after the open frame.
Well, he put himself down from 10. He's down now 21. That's wide. Carries the
And
2 from
gets a
behind.
Little back trip on the 2-pin.
Yeah, rolled the 2 from the back. Let's see what gets this. Watch that head pin again. Nope. It was the 5
It's the
pin.
5 took it out.
5 pin rolled the 2 pin. Not something you see every day. Jason's up there with spare up in the 6th.
Looking to double.
Yeah, he's got a 20 pin lead, 21 pin lead here. Key shot. It's good. Good shot there by Jason.
Squeezes it together. Picks up the strike. That's big.
Jason's got a little bit of a rooting section back there. You see Bob Baldwin from State College, scoreboard operator there at Lion Stadium, at the Nittany Lion Stadium, and his wife is back there with Mike Gossman as well. His wife Holly. Good
Ooh,
shot.
10-pin
Bad
made.
result, but good shot.
Made a good release, left 10-pin. He left a 10-pin 2 frames ago. That would have been huge, Pat, because he'd had a 4-bagger.
Yeah. You see here, he's playing a lot more direct, so the ball's doesn't have as much angle in the back into the pins. So again, Jason's switch balls here. He missed it.
And a key 2 frames coming up for Scott Kahn.
Yep. Max score for Jason now is 211. Max score for Scott would be 222. So Scott really controls his own fate at this point.
He can run the sheet. He had a big
Absolutely.
string in the last game.
Absolutely.
At 7. Close it out here with 6. Would be the difference in the title.
Big shot though. You got to get the first one. Trying to double up and cut the lead. Good shot.
Comes back with the strike in the 8th.
You can see here, watch, 6-pin's going to take the 10 out, but the head pin was coming for it anyway, so it didn't matter.
And now for a triple. 9th frame for Scott Kampf.
Foundation frame here. Like him set himself up with a strike. So no matter what Jason does,
So
he's
really
going
the
to have a
difference,
chance.
difference in the match, 2 big strings by Scott.
That's tight. Ooh.
And
Okay.
count important right there.
Count is important. That took him out of the count game there. Let's see. This ball never got right down lane.
Actually leaves himself behind.
He is
if he
behind.
spares by 2 sticks.
Correct. So, again, Jason now the pendulum swings the other direction. Now Jason controls his own fate.
Correct, if he can run the sheet.
And this is a big spare, though. This is
And it's a combo spare, which can always be tough.
got it.
Did his job, picked up the spare in the 9th frame.
Got his first part of it done. But now, Jason's been around the pocket. He's had a couple of bad breaks, a couple of flat 10s there in the 6th and the 8th. If he carries those, he's got a huge lead. Right now, he's only got a 2-pin lead. But he controls his own fate. He's been in the pocket. This has been, with the exception of the 3rd frame where he cut through the nose, this has been a very good lane for him. So he can set himself up with a good shot here to step up in the 10th and control his own fate.
It's like wide.
He's got it wide.
And leaves the 1.
Okay, we've now seen 2 head pins left in our telecast today, and I don't think we've ever seen a single head pin left in all the years we've been doing this. On TV, that is. He almost got a good break here. Fantastic break.
A trip up would have been wonderful.
But again, he's got a 2-pin lead.
Right.
He covers this spare, and he's got his, again, he can step up here in the 10th and go double 9.
And it's over.
And it's over.
Correct.
So
controls his own destiny, and he knows it. Checking out the scoreboard up there. Let's get our sponsors in one last time to thank them for the means to run the tournament. It is sponsored by Bowler X Pro Shop and Gebhardt's Billiards and Bowling, our family's pro shop, the Morgan family, Haja Rose Bowl, Haja Lounge, and Terry White Amusement. And the 2 new sponsors, welcome aboard, and that is Wirtz Cafe and Reliable Autobot.
take a shot of the match right now.
Gets it.
10 back.
Here it is.
Let's see here.
201 off the sheet pad.
Again, yeah, he's
That's flush.
that's as good as he's thrown it the entire game.
That's flush. Great shot. Also had a chance to nice little chat with Lee Sant and Krista Sant as they finished up their bowling in the qualifying squad.
They do a lot for the game of bowling, not just here in the area, but around the country with their various sponsorships and staff agreements and everything else. So give them a lot of credit for what they've accomplished. That's a good show.
Wow,
bad
lost
break.
the 10. Put it right there. I thought I was going to say to you, this thing's been about sealed up, but he leaves the 10.
That was a bad break. He's really not count really doesn't matter at this point. Unfortunately, in spare he's got 191. Scott's going to need to get up in the 10th and double.
Picks up the spare, shoots 191, and you saw in the background there, Scott Kampf kind of swinging the arm, getting it relaxed.
Nope, he's got. He's struck twice on each lane. It just happened to be each time he struck, he doubled them up. So he's going to need one more double here. I can't say it's been his good lane this game, but it was his better lane for the better part of 2 games leading into this one. So let's see if he can get the first one here. Looks good. Oh,
both players
made a really good shot.
Both made great shots.
Yeah, you can see it. Look, maybe he got a. I'd like to ask him. I know we probably won't get a chance to interview him, but I'd like to ask him if he was playing using the same release on both lanes. It looked to me as if he was going a little bit more up the back of the ball on 4 and trying to go around it a little bit more on 3. I could be wrong, but
with a strike,
looked like that when he got around it a little bit. With that, he's going to go 188. Jason Statler will be our champion.
He's going to take home $2,000
and a
Scott
nice trophy.
Going to take home $1,200 and had a great day for him.
Yeah,
and a trophy for Jason.
Last year, Scott finished 4th. This year, it'll be 2nd. He's bowled very well in these one-day events here. Hopefully, in the future, we'll get him back.
So there you have it. Jason Statler is the winner of the 2020 John Reese Memorial Scratch Tournament. We'll be back with a trophy presentation from Pager Rose Bowl in Allentown.